Hello and welcome to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. Hello, John. And today is part 3 of unboxing and building Lego set 190013, the Retro Bowling Alley. This is one of the sets of the crowdfunding on Bricklink. Only 10,000 of them made so far. We've gotten bags 1 through 7 done, and here it is. I know you can't see all of it, but I can't really slide it over because I got pieces laid out. Well, let's go ahead and let's start the building. Today's going to be a bit of a challenge because I only have one monitor, so when it comes to building these, well, first of all, it helps you don't knock your pieces on the floor, but when it comes to building this, it's a bit of a challenge because I only have the one screen, so I have to flip between the comments and this. So there will be a delay in responding to the comments, and I will just apologize in advance for that, but that's the best I can do today. So, like I said, I'm really determined to get this done because, well, I want to have this on the show this weekend, and if I don't have it done, guess what's not going to be in the show? It's going to be this guy right here. So, let's go ahead and get as far as we can today. I don't think we're going to finish today, but there is a possibility, depending on how things go. So, we'll just go ahead and fire it on up and get as far as we can. Okay, I'm going to set this aside because we're going to build a couple games. And John, starting off with a dumb joke, and that is I had a joke about Nirvana. Never mind. Hey Greg, how you doing? And how has your guys' day been? My day was actually pretty stressful at the job. Quite a few things going on. Had quite a few requests come through. And I have to admit, one of my pet peeves about people asking for information is either A, they give me a lot of details, and so I pull the data exactly what they asked for, and then they come back and say, well, that's not what I needed. And I say, well, that's what you asked for. I know, but I need this. Okay, well, then maybe you should ask for that. But anyway, that happens a lot. The other one that happens is where people don't give you enough information and they expect you to be able to give them the world and go through a needle in the haystack. And that one happened to me today, where somebody asked me for some information and they didn't give me enough information, and they were kind of being jerks about it, and I just had to say, I'm sorry, if you can't give me the information, then I can't help you. And I'm being serious. That's not me being a turd. That's just, if you can't give me the right information and enough of it, I cannot do anything to help you. So they ended up giving me the information I was asking for, thank goodness, which makes it somewhat easier to give them what they need and want. But yeah, that's just, excuse me, that's just how it goes. And also, I heard a good joke about chemistry, but I don't think I'll get a reaction. Oh boy. Gotta twist that thing on just right. Alright, so we've got a little vending machine here, and I'll go ahead and I will place it where it belongs. And then we've got a couple games to do, and I'm going to check comments here real quick. Hello, Miss Chip, how you doing? Oh, okay. Developed a plan for getting the Razor Crest, save $350 each paycheck to get it. Awesome. Greg, I'm happy you were on your road to getting it. And I wasn't just kissing your behind the other couple streams ago when I said that one of the reasons that I enjoy being your friend is that you are the kind of person that sets out to do what he wants and makes a plan and gets it, and I'm the same way. And so I find it encouraging. And just like this example here with the Razor Crest. Oh, and I do want to tell you guys, I did get the formal job offer for the accountant, and I formally turned it down as well. I'm just not interested because there's been so many changes since I originally put in for the job that now it doesn't make sense for me to move. It makes more sense for me to stay, learn some new skills, and get paid more that way. And that's what I want to do anyway, is what I'm doing right now. I just want it to be a little bit different, so if I can learn those skills, it'll open some doors for me, and I'm going to do my best to learn that stuff. And what's really funny is you guys probably can't hear it, but I can hear it. I hear my lawnmower in the background. And that's because my neighbors, their riding lawnmower broke. And they asked me to borrow mine, so I drove it over there before the stream, and well, they're using it right now, so I can hear my own lawnmower in the background. It does feel kind of weird to hear my own lawnmower going in the background, but oh well. And as soon as I'm done with this machine and placing it, I will check over to the comment section to see what's going on, what's shaking over there. And like I said, I actually hope that I can get this done tonight, because that would relieve a lot of stress for me. Because right now, I'm just going to be honest with you right now, there's a lot of stress because there's so many responsibilities right now that I've got to get done. And well, as much as I'm trying to, there's just not enough hours in the day, so the stuff that needs to get done is just not getting done like it should. And some of the stuff, no matter how much you try, you can never get it done. And one of those things is the dang dog hair. I have to vacuum every other day, and I've been so busy I haven't vacuumed in about 4 days now, and so my house is looking pretty dang bad, and that stresses me out. I don't like walking around the house and seeing little clumps of dog hair, because I got hardwood floors downstairs in the kitchen, living room, and hallway, and so the dog hair doesn't show up that bad on the carpet. But when it comes to the hardwood floors, though, there's nowhere for it to go except for right on the hardwood floor. So, yeah, it gets kind of gross. I've told Enzo he's got to keep himself together, but he don't listen. Alright, so we got some sort of driving game. I think it would be pretty cool if they would have had a sticker on there, but that's alright. Let's place this bad boy. And let's do some comments here. Funny joke, I'm good. How was your day today? Stressful. Stressful. Alright. So, I saw a theft at an Apple store, so that makes me an eyewitness. Okay. I have a joke about kites, but I'm afraid it'll sail right over your head. Alright, dumb joke, but there you go. And usually when I'm at work, I like to watch some true crime. Unfortunately, I've only been able to watch a little bit of true crime because, well, the job has kept me pretty hopping lately. And it's hopping because some things went down, and now behind the 8 ball. We'll see what happens. Hopefully this is just short term and things will kind of calm down a little bit. I hope, at least. One can hope, right? I think after the show here next week, I think I'm going to take a couple of days off of streaming and videos and that kind of stuff. I think I just need to relax. I don't want to risk burning myself out. Because if I do that, bad things happen. To me, that is, not to you guys. And a man like me knows his limits. I do like this little arcade game though, and that really felt good, stabbing myself with the corner of the thing here. All right, here's the other game, and we'll place that bad boy and jump over to comments here. Hola, hey John, you have to put plastic over your furniture. Yeah, I do. Famous line: a man has to know his limitations. Yeah, well, I do know my limitations, and right now, I'm afraid I'm a little beyond my limitations, but that's my problem to deal with, so I'll deal with it. Yeah, I haven't mowed my lawn lately. About the only thing I did was the oil change in my truck recently. It's really about the only thing, and that's mainly because this show that's coming up and everything. So. And you know, Enzo's not gonna like it, but I think I'm gonna start throwing him outside more often, just so not so much hairs in the house. He doesn't have to like it, but he's just a dog, so you know. And it's not like he's cooped up and he's only got like a little backyard. Shoot, he's got 2 acres back there. If that ain't enough, I don't know what will be. So there's an idea to cut down stress, right? Throw the dog outside, let him be out there, let him deal with it. And what's really cool is, like I said, I have my own bowling alley that I have built, and this does remind me of it because my bowling alley also has an arcade. So all right, we are almost done with the all the games, and then we'll be back to building the exterior of the building. Okay, so now we have a first-person shooter game. Let's go ahead and throw that on there. All right. Okay. Where does that go? Oh, there. I see it. Okay. That's what the horses are for, not just for in the winter. He's got rabbits to chase around. Yeah. Well, he does, and not only that, I have to admit, he did save my skin the other day. I think I was telling that story about the rattlesnake in the backyard, and he was barking at it, and I'll tell you what, that still kind of scares me when I'm out there, because that was no small snake, guys. It was a nice fat guy too. He'd been around for a while, and he's certainly had his fair share of mice. And how big he was, maybe humans too. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't that big, but it was a big snake though. And that was not my first rattlesnake I've ever seen. I've seen a few in my day, and I could tell you, for a rattlesnake, he was large. And Enzo barking at him saved my skin, because the last thing I would have wanted is to notice him for the first time when he's like a few feet away from me inside the shop. That would have not been pleasant, guys. I probably would have ran in the house and grabbed my cordless hole puncher. catch my drift since I can't say the actual thing I would have grabbed on YouTube. They're kind of sensitive about that. So yeah, my cordless hole puncher. Alright, so I'm going to do a few more steps and then I'm going to turn around the front, let you see it, catch up on any comments that may or may not be there, who knows. And I have a joke about a broken pencil, but it's pointless. And I also have another joke about the flu, but I hope you don't get it. Which that reminds me, I got to get my flu shot really soon, actually. And I should have asked, because I was at the pharmacy today picking up my meds. I should have asked them if they had it. All right, let's see any comments we may have. Your jokes, yeah. Unfortunately, all I got's dumb ones, but and that's because YouTube, again, you can't tell the good ones on here. If you did, they'd throw your butt off of here. But you know, it makes it really hard to tell jokes because I don't really care what joke you tell. There's going to be someone who's not going to like it and be offended over it. So it's just impossible to be funny and joke around without offending. And, well, I don't go out of my way to offend people, so I hope people would just understand I'm just trying to be funny. And people in general are trying to be funny. They're not trying to be offensive. All right, enough of that. I don't want to get on the soapbox there. All right, we've got the cleaning power right there. And now we're on bag number 9. So we got a bag done in 18 minutes. And yeah, it's important to me because I'm still trying to decide whether I'm going to push forward and finish this tonight. I'd really like to, because if I did finish this tonight, it would be a big stress reliever just getting it done. However, I know I'm going to go well over an hour. Well, I think I will. I'll know towards the end of this where I'm going to be at. So we'll just take this as far as we can, and then towards the end I'll make the call whether we'll stay or not, or I'll stay. You guys can do whatever you want. But yeah. I have a joke about pizza as well, but it's just too cheesy. And Greg, I still can't get over that meme you sent me yesterday. I had to send that to my son because my son's always telling those kind of jokes. So yeah, I didn't want to stay up there, so I'm just gonna let it fall. And we're continuing the ladder back here. And let's see what comments are looking like. What was his reaction? He hasn't responded. My son sometimes does that. Sometimes he'll respond right away, and other times it'll take him days to respond. But Yeah, I almost told a joke I shouldn't have, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. And that's the other hard thing about YouTube is that, you know, honestly, you don't want to say anything. You put all these hours into it, and saying one wrong thing, and they'll try to cancel your butt. So, gotta be real careful. As George Bush would say, just wouldn't be prudent. Just wouldn't be prudent. Oh yeah, John. After Hurricane Ian, what does your neighborhood look like? Has there been much damage, or? And I think you said that your property there was only a little bit of tree damage or something, if I remember right. You ready for the next one, John? I do find weather-related events very fascinating. In fact, the most fascinating ones that I have ever seen are the water spouts, where it's a tornado over the water. Those are so cool. And because usually those are weak, so when they hit land, they don't do any damage. They usually just fizzle out when they hit land. So I think they're pretty cool looking to see the water like in the air like that, but then it's also just cool because, well, it doesn't do any damage. So hard to get upset about something that doesn't do any damage. Okay, let's see where this goes. Okay, I see. All right, so we got 6 of these built. So let me go ahead and do that. I have a joke about immortality. It never gets old. I also have a joke about being an organ donor, but I just don't have the guts. And I have a joke about welfare recipients, but they just don't work. And I also have a joke about butter, but it's just, I'm not going to spread it. Are there any automatic pin setters? Not that I'm aware of on this. Which, actually, that is one of my pet peeves about this bowling alley. Is that they shove 4 lanes together here, but it's not practical because they actually don't even have the 10 pins. The bowling alley that I have, the one that I modded out because I bought the instructions then modified it, and it actually does have the 10 pins. So just saying, they could have done a better job. And Greg says I got punched by Mike Tyson and knocked my socks off. You know, true story. My nephew, and actually he was on the live stream just for a few minutes here the other day. His name is Derek, and his wife works at the Salt Lake City airport. And while she was working, she actually saw Mike Tyson, and she got a picture of it. And I'll tell you what, she is a little thing. And Mike Tyson took a picture of his hand like this and her hand in his palm. And oh my gosh, his hands are so big it dwarfed her hand. And there was another picture of him standing up next to her. That guy towers over her. He's just a big guy, man. She said that she talked to him for a few minutes and he was actually really kind. So, anyway. I guess he wasn't hungry for any ears or other body parts because, yeah, he might have. Okay, bad joke, bad joke. But no, that's for real. She really did see him, though. The bad joke about the ear. As you guys know, Evander Holyfield's ear, he bit off a chunk of it towards the end of the fight. Okay, so there we go. We've got a little front here going. And let's go back to the instructions here. So I'm going to be away from the comments for a few minutes as I continue to build. And I am done with my with the pieces that I laid out. So from here on out, it's I'll try to keep up the pace, but don't know if I can because I don't have pieces laid out. So we'll do the best we can here. There's only so many hours in a day, and I ran out of hours. I love it. I love putting the clear. I do this too on my builds. Some of them I put the clear windows over the top. It brings more light into the building, makes it look cool. So nice touch on that. And a lot of older buildings had it that for the very reason. That very reason. Okay. Oh shoot, well I gotta turn this around because I'm about ready to make some mistakes here if I don't pay attention. I have a joke about paper, but it's terrible. And I also have another joke about drills, but it's boring. And I know I've told this joke before, but I'm gonna tell it again. And the joke is, I was watching the Discovery Plant channel the other day, and they had a show about beavers. It was the best damn show I've ever seen. And you know why elevator jokes work, or why they're funny or whatever, is because they work on so many different levels. And you know why shovels are famous, right? Because they're a groundbreaking invention. So yeah, I've got nothing but dumb jokes. Or should we call them, just start calling them, they're not even dad jokes anymore. They're just YouTube appropriate jokes. But watch this. Someone's going to get upset because they had a pet beaver and I'm disrespecting it. Boy, that sounded wrong. I didn't mean it that way. Holy shoot. See, now someone's going to take that. Yeah, okay. I just need to shut up. Okay, so now we've got 6 of these guys to build, so let's get it done. I'll bet you these go in the back here. They sure are. So let me just throw these back here, and then when I'm done, I will flip over the comments again. And I also have a joke about roofs that'll just go over your head. And I've also got a joke about procrastination. I'll have to tell you it later. And I've also got a joke about juice, canned juice, but I can't concentrate. And I've got a joke about statistics, but it's just not significant. I'll tell you what, that's a class I did not like in college with statistics. What amazed me is I didn't even hear about statistics. Well, I knew it statistics, like when people said, you know, statistics, but the mathematical, what do you call that? Discipline called statistics. I didn't know about it till college. And in college, I learned all that stuff, and then I had to take 2 statistics class for my degree. And then here my kids are in 7th and 8th grade, and they're doing statistics, and I'm like, I didn't even know about this stuff till college, and you guys are learning about it now. So anyway, yeah. All right, let me throw a few more pieces on, and let's go to comments. Mike Tyson's Mysteries. That's really cool. No any blonde jokes? Yes, I do. What should I get next? UCS Slave 1 or the pieces for the UCS Imperial Shuttle? That is a really good question, Greg. I don't have the shuttle, but I do have Slave 1. And yes, that's what it was called when I bought it, so that's what I'm going to call it. And I like it a lot, to be honest. The Imperial Shuttle I can't speak to. I do not own a copy of it. And what do you call a smart blonde? A golden retriever. And this one, well, it's kind of wrong, but I'm going to tell it anyway. And because I've got younger people that kind of watch my channel sometimes, I'm going to have to rearrange the wording on this joke so that it's not so obvious what I'm talking about. But hopefully you guys will. I'm pretty sure you guys will understand. You know what a... all right, stop. Okay. All right. Do you know what a blonde says after getting it on? And the answer is, y'all from the same team? And the other joke I know is, do you know why the blonde's belly button was bruised? Well, the answer is, her boyfriend was blonde too. Okay. And then I've heard the joke about, why are all blonde jokes one-liners? And the answer is, so men can remember them. And then there's the other joke, and that is, do you know why blondes have more fun? Well, the answer is, there's not enough redheads. And do you know why the blonde drowned? Because somebody put a scratch and sniff sticker on the bottom of the pool. All right, bag number 10. Oh boy. I'm thinking about it after the Razor Crest. Yeah. Do you know what the prices are like on them? Are they about the same in price? I'm sorry, I don't mean to yawn at you. And I have no idea where this goes. Oh, okay. Well, it goes right here. Oh, you guys can't see that. So we just put this piece on right here. Well, I imagine the shuttle's going to cost more just because it's been retired longer than Slave 1, I think, at least. And that's the problem with anything licensed like that, like Star Wars. Once it's out of once it's out of commission, it's out of commission. And the prices just jump on them. I mean, I want the Ewok Village, but I can't afford those prices. That's way out of my range, man. And the sad thing is, I actually had the Ewok Village for a short minute. But honestly, I felt really bad about keeping it because it was during a time back before I had this job. I just didn't have the money, and I bought it anyway. And after having it for a couple days, and I hadn't opened it, I was like, you know what, I just need to take this back. And I did. I took it back. And then it was like the next month they discontinued it. So, yeah, I was never able to get it again. And I've got a joke about hunting for fossils, but you wouldn't dig it. Alright, so we've got this one too, both sides done. Back up so you can see this side here is done, and this side right here is done. I don't care about the minifigures. I'll update them. Yeah, you know, the minifigures a lot of times is the cost, a large portion of the cost of the sets. In fact, there are people who on Bricklink will buy a set, keep the minifigures, and then sell the rest of the set, which I don't understand, but okay. I guess there's a business model for that out there somehow. More power to them, I guess. But I don't know about you, but if I'm going to buy a set, I want the minifigures. Okay, so we've got this guy here, and he's going back over in this corner. Alright, a few pieces. got one more corner, so we got one more of those to build. And then I think we're done with that little decoration there. And what's kind of bad is, you know how I tell you my family gets together once a month, right, for dinners and stuff? Well, the sad thing is there was supposed to be one this coming weekend, but when my sister, who was supposed to be hosting it, texted everybody, literally nobody can make it, including me. I'm going to be up in Idaho Falls. So we decided to postpone it until later in the month. Boy, one more. So yeah, we'll get this done. And I still haven't decided whether I'm going to keep going or not. If my body had any say into it, it would say no because I'm tired, but I don't listen to I don't listen to my body. Oh boy, what's the difference between a badly dressed kid on a bicycle and a well-dressed kid on a tricycle? And the answer is a tire. All right. I told you, my jokes are my jokes, man. They're YouTube appropriate. And that's about all that can be said about that. Oh, shoot. I started on the wrong corner. Alright, let me pull these pieces off. Pick up the one I dropped. Sorry guys, it is getting too hot up here. It is certainly time to crank that baby on. So, there goes the air conditioner. And do you know why the coffee went to the police? Well, the answer's simple. He needed to report a mugging. Enzo's got a weird look on his face. What? Just no. What? No. I didn't push anything. I lost my instructions. Bear with me as I fast forward through these things to figure out where I was at. And actually, you know, something scary did happen to me today. I mean, not scary as in like life-threatening, but just scary. Like, all of a sudden, my phone had no signal, and the house had no internet. And I don't even know what caused it, but it happened for about 10 minutes this afternoon. And then, just as fast as it went away, it came right back. been working ever since. But it was weird because it was both the internet and my phone, which the two are not even on the same network. So explain that, I don't know. I can't. What the? Okay. Let's get to a part that makes a little more sense. Oh, okay, I see what we're doing. We're building the back ladder to get on the roof. I love how these were originally paint rollers and now they're railings. What's the difference between a dad joke and a bad joke? And the answer is the directions of the first letter. Because D and B, dad and bad. Alright, anyway. What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? Well, one's really heavy and the other one's just a little lighter. Alright. These plants on the outside don't want to stay on. Okay, so it looks like times 6 of this. So let's get it done and let's see whether it goes on the front or the back. It goes on the back, okay. And while I'm doing 6 of those, I can catch up on comments since this is pretty mindless. So let's go to the comment section. And how's your Grand Line Hotel? Pretty good. The progress on it, I admit, has been much slower than I'd like, and that's because it gets dark now sooner. In fact, usually when I'm done with my streams, I've only got about 30 minutes of light out there, and that used to be my prime time for working on it. So, and I don't have enough lights out in the shop to stay out there past dark. You just can't see anything. And I don't have, not only that I don't have the lights, I don't have the electric wires run for it, and I don't have the money for the electric wires because I need to get the walls sealed up first. So there you go. There you have it. It's a big old conundrum. It'll get there though, and I'm sure it will. So what's going to end up happening is that roofing company did not come out yesterday like I thought they were going to. The guy that owns the place, the roofing company, unfortunately he sprained his ankle, and so he got a hold of me and says, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it out. And so I do still have the money for him to fix that. So as soon as he gets over here and does that, then the shop should be completely dry, which means it's time to start working on some electric, and I need some money for that because, well, electric wire is running about a little over $1 a foot. So, and that shop being 40 by 60 feet means that I'm going to need a lot of money for that. That's what that means. But yeah, I can't put the insulation in until I get to the electrical run. So, okay, so we got to do 2 of these. Okay. So yeah, there's definitely a method to the madness, or madness to the method, however you want to look at it, for fixing up that shop. As soon as I can, I will get it done, because trust me, I don't want to go through another summer of being out there without air conditioning. That was not that fun. But then again, I don't really want to complain, guys, because look, I know that I'm very blessed to be able to have a spot like that. So, but it was, on the other hand, it was pretty miserable out there at times this last summer. Okay, so I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see the progress that has been made. Okay. Well, first of all, along the back here, we've got the ladder, and we got this little bit of architectural work. On the front here, we've got these up here, and we've got the 2 bowling pins, the oversized one covering the front door. And, well, we are on to the next bag, which happens to be bag number 11. So let's get her done. Oh, they want ×4 of those. See, the thing is, they only got 6 pins, and well, they're supposed to be 10. And yes, I do care about that. And the reason I care about that is I used to bowl, especially when I was a kid. And I'll show you one of the bowling pins here. It says 4 of these, so that means 24. I gotta put together 24. There we go, some bowling pins. How do you cure a fear of speed bumps? Well, I can just tell you, you get over it slowly. Alright. How cold is it out in the shop? In the mornings, it's pretty cold. I clocked one morning with it being 39 degrees out there when I went out there. So, but we get colder up here than a lot of places do, and that's because we are literally nestled up in the mountains. So yeah, the roof and the sign left after this bag, that is correct. And we're sitting almost right at an hour, and I don't want to keep going, to be honest, because I'm tired. But here's my dilemma. If I don't keep going, that means Wednesday night would be the castle, and I'd finish that, and then Thursday night would be finishing this, and unfortunately on Thursday I think I'm going to have to be driving Enzo down to my sister's, so that Friday right after work I can take off, because I got to help set up. So really, honestly, I should keep going. I just don't want to. I'm tired, as I already said. And yeah, I'm so tired of repeating myself. You ever get the feeling that life's kicking your behind? Well, that's what I feel right now. And that's just because, well, life is kicking my behind right now. But I have the chance to see my granddaughter next week. And so I think I'm going to take that opportunity to go see her. She's awesome. And actually, I'll go see both granddaughters. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm building a bunch of bowling pins. And I'm going to count them here in a second to see how many more I need. I got 2, 4, 6. Oh boy. You know what? I'm just going to throw these in here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Boy, so I've got another 7 to build, so let me do that. It's almost like building the Roman Colosseum times 200 for the arch walls. Although it really didn't happen like that. Okay, 2 more pins. Unless I miscounted and one of the little things went somewhere. It looks like I have an extra top to the pin. Oh well. If I need one, I've got plenty of those downstairs or even out in the shop. So, alright, let me flip back over to the instructions. I'm not going to actually place those. So let's go ahead and do what it is we got to do here. And we need one of these, so let's pop that out. And I believe this is the top of the I don't know what you call it, the back of the where the back of the pins are. I think that's what this is right here. And it's not that I don't want to be with you guys. It honestly is just I'm tired. Well, I'm out of jokes on this page, so let me flip the page and see if I've got any others. And you know why balloons are so expensive? Inflation. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. I think this is the scoreboard that we're working on right here. Okay. For some reason, it looks like I made a mistake, and I did. Okay. Fix that up. Get her done. Do you know why the old man fell in the well? It's because he couldn't see that well. This is a very interesting use of the arch to kind of space in between these things. I remember first seeing this on the Harry Potter sets, these little arches right here. Alright, this one's a dumb one, but do you know why peppers are the best at archery? Because they habanero. And you know why the computer was mad at the printer? Because it didn't like the toner it was taking with them. Okay, so I need 4 of these guys. So let's go ahead and do that. And what do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? Just a stick. Some of these jokes I won't repeat because they're really that dumb. And after I'm done building these little things, I'll flip over the comments. And okay, so I do like to keep this family friendly, but I saw a t-shirt today that left me in stitches. I can't believe somebody wore it, but more power to him that he did. The t-shirt said, and I'm not joking, it really did say this, it says, "I work harder than an ugly stripper." So yeah. Okay, well, we are a little over an hour, but just because I need to get this done, I am going to keep going. So let's pull out all the stops here and let's get this done. And like Greg said, we mostly have the roof left. And that's really about it. So hopefully the pieces will be easy to find, and hopefully I can use the right one so I don't do stuff like that, what I just did, because that just costs time. But yeah, I need to get this done. Open the next one. As you can imagine, this building is so large that the roof is also really large too. So, yeah. It's going to take a while to build, but oh shoot, that does not go on there. Okay, well, just take it off then. Oh no, actually it does go on there. I just hope that when I transport this to the store, the show this week, that it doesn't fall apart too badly on the way there. I am going to use totes, and I'm going to strap them totes down pretty good. And I did sneak ahead a little bit when I was looking at this, and they do a really good job, I think, of representing what would be the top of the roof with air conditioning units and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting stuff. And let's see. Finish it tonight. I am John. I'm a natural at bowling. I can't bowl well. Too many gutter balls. Yes, that's true. And true story. And Mrs. Chip's probably going to kill me for saying this. Yes, Mrs. Chip is really good at gutter balls. So good at getting gutter balls, in fact, that one time we went to the bowling alley, and even though they put the little bumper things in there, she still got a gutter ball. And you ask yourself, how do you do that? Well, that's when you throw the ball so hard that it ends up in the other lane, and she got a gutter ball. So she's trying really hard to get that gutter ball, let me tell you. So I love Mrs. Chip, don't get me wrong, but if it weren't for things like that, life would be pretty boring around here. And Mrs. Chip is always keeping things popping around here with stuff like that, let me tell you. So and my kids can tell you, we used to go bowling. In fact, when we lived in Germany, we used to go bowling every Monday night. It was just our little tradition as a family. So, all right. Of course, I'll admit, I used to go there for the food because they had the best pizza there. Their supreme pizza at that bowling alley was supreme. It was really good. And you know what? I gotta quit talking pizza, because if I don't, when I'm done with this live stream, I will head over to a little pizza joint here in town and end up spending $50 on pizza. So I gotta keep my mouth shut, guys. No more pizza. No more pizza at all. I got a sneaky suspicion that we're going to be building more than one of these. Yes, we are. Okay, so let's build them. Got 6 of them. I'll flip over the comments real quick. And I know you didn't mean to get that gutter ball, but it sure the heck was funny, because we paid for the bumper lanes, and here she is still getting gutter balls. So, anyway, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. And I used to take Amanda and Spencer, that's my 2 youngest, when we lived on Fort Belvoir. There used to be a archery range there, and I used to take my kids there. We had to rent the equipment because we didn't have our own archery stuff, but I'll tell you what, man, that was a lot of fun. I'm taking my good old friend Orlando, guy I work with, or I should say did work with. I work out of my living room now, so I don't really work with anybody, to be honest. So, but yeah, I took him there once to the archery range. And you live out in the country when for your sister's birthday, her idea is going to the gun range. Oh, I can't say that. We went to the cordless hole puncher range for her birthday because that's what she wanted to do. So yeah, you know you live out in the sticks when that's a good time for a birthday. That was a couple years ago, but we did. That's what we did. Okay, so something. Oh shoot! All right, well we'll fix that real quick. All right, fixed. You guys remember that that dog, the one that El Quiero Taco Bell, that little Chihuahua? Well, Mrs. Chip used to have a Chiweenie because it was half dachshund, half Chihuahua, and it had the wiener dog body and the little Chihuahua head. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I hated that thing, man. That dog was annoying. I just think of what would Enzo think of a dog like that. He'd probably look at him and go, dude, you're not even a real dog. Get out of here. And that's the thing about Enzo, man. He's a goofball. And he keeps me laughing because of stuff he comes up with, man. Okay, so I need 2 of these I'm about ready to do. So let's do them. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow night, because if I'm going to get this done, I actually don't need to do a live stream to get the castle done. I can actually do that when I get back from the show. But it all depends. If I can get enough stuff done tomorrow, then I will go ahead and I'll do a live stream tomorrow. But I won't know until later in the day whether I can or cannot do one. So just look out, and if I can, I will do one, certainly. But if I do a live stream tomorrow, it will be the it will be finishing up the castle. And boy, I look at those sets over there and I thought I was going to be able to keep up. And well, I'm wrong. I'm not keeping up very well at all. I've got more sets over there than I know what to do with. So we're going to have to do some live streams for those. All right. And just some regular videos too. Okay, so we got an air conditioning unit here. Oh, we got a large air conditioning unit coming up, it looks like. Well, we got a train station over there. We've got a grocery store. We've got the Venetian houses, the Harry Potter, 2 Harry Potter sets, some Speed Champions, the Castaway, 2 Friends sets. We got a lot of stuff over there, man. I need to quit playing around and get to it, don't I? Well, hopefully we can. Okay. We got another 4 of these little things right here to build, and let's see what it says. Okay, it goes on the sides. Yeah, and one thing I really want to do is, after this show is over, I want to spend a significant amount of time cleaning the house. I really don't like the house in the condition it's in right now. I don't normally live like this, but I'm so far behind right now with those sets that I bought for the store, to the show, to the 130 pounds of Lego. I bit off more than I can chew, and I'll just be honest. So I hope that after this show, things will calm down a little bit. It probably won't, though. Why? Because my life means chaos sometimes. Okay, let's see. Let's get this going. This little air conditioning unit. Okay, so upward and onward. No, I'm just kidding. Let's open up another bag because we are on bag number 13. And I'm going to flip over to comments because it's been a minute since I have. Let's flip over to them comments, see what beautiful things we got here. I love that dog. He loved me. Enzo would have said that. Yeah, he would have. And Enzo, he's a nutcase, man. My sister, the one I got Enzo from, she calls him a nutcase, but she calls him a goof. It's because he is a goof. But that's what makes him really fun to be around. He certainly keeps things hopping and popping around here. But him and Max get along just fine. There's a healthy dose of respect for each other. And they stay out of each other's way. Place that air conditioning unit there, and then we gotta put the little piping there. Oh shoot, I had it there. There you go. You know, I think I would have liked it better if they would have put the little red little things in there to hold them together. Okay, I see. So now we get to flip this around and don't do that. My computer wants to do its own thing, and I can't let it do it. I got my own stuff I gotta do. And I decided to get rid of my vacuum because it was just gathering dust. No, actually, I have a really cool vacuum. I bought the Shark vacuum. Works really well on pet hair, thank goodness, Enzo. Okay. Now we get to do a little bit of detailing here. I like how this was designed by a Lego fan. Sometimes I think the fans come out with better sets than Lego themselves do. And that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with it, but like Sesame Street was a fan design set. All the ideas were like Anton's Bait Shop, which, by the way, I never got that one and I wanted it. And the thing is, there was a guy selling it used on Bricklink for $400, which at the time I could have afforded. I got a hold of him and I asked him to please verify that it was complete like the listing said, and he never responded, so I didn't buy it because I'm not gonna spend $400 on something not knowing that it's complete. If he wanted the sale, he should have got back to me. And you know, I think I said the story last night. I don't remember, so I'll just tell you the story. As a Bricklink seller, sometimes I get frustrated. I had a guy who ordered, and it was over 4 pounds. And whenever you go over 1 pound, it has to go priority, which means it gets expensive. And the guy that bought, I estimated it to go into an A box. And an A box costs an A box will run you about $13.50, and that's what I charged him because I thought I would go into an A box. It didn't, but I didn't know at the time, so that's what I charged him. And the guy complained, "How come you're charging so much?" And I tried to explain, and well, he wouldn't pay for a while. Then he did pay. And when I put his order together, it actually didn't fit into an A box. It ended up having to fit into a medium box, which cost $16. So he was complaining about shipping when I was actually underestimating the shipping. But you know, I don't go back to my customers, and when I make a mistake on the shipping, I don't. Oh, that's nice. I just smashed this. If I undercalculate the shipping, I don't go back and try to get more money. That's my fault. But if I overestimate, I do give refunds. Okay, so we got the roof on this side, but as you see, the roof on this side is not near as big. So let's go ahead and we'll shoot that over and get that done. And I'll shoot over the comments here real quick. Really cool AC unit. I appreciate that. Not my design, but I will still take the compliment. Okay. I could also see Enzo on a dog like Charlie the Chiweenie saying, "There's a reason why they call you a wiener dog." But anyway, let's get this show on the road. Okay. And as I was saying earlier, this side's a little bit smaller, so it's a little bit less involved. At least it looks that way. I hope it actually turns out that way. Sometimes when you think it's going to be easier, you get slapped around. So let's just hope that it is a little bit more easy. Okay. Are there any movies or Lego sets that anybody, I know Greg's looking forward to the Razor Crest, but is anybody else looking forward to any movies coming out? Anybody have any movie suggestions for me? I'm open to suggestions on movies. Okay. So interesting. A little bit more on this roof, and I think we just got the sign left after this. Ah, boy, I did it again. It's like Britney Spears song, "Oops, I did it again." Okay. Yeah, I'd say this is actually going a little bit smoother than the other side, so far at least. Now, I also like how they built these ventilation fans using the round bricks with the grooves in them. Okay, so that's 3 there, and then 4 there. Okay, and we are on bag number 14. If you're wondering, there's 14 and then 15 is the last bag. So we're definitely at this point cruising along. All understand why Lego did two 2x4 right here instead of just a 2x4 and a 2x4 on top of it. They certainly have that piece, but and then they have it right here. So whatever. Just kind of interesting observation I made. And you know, Captain Obvious here, and you know, skydiving without a parachute is a once in a lifetime experience. Just in case you didn't know. Do you guys have any Mr. Captain Obvious jokes? Oh boy. Okay. So we've got another air conditioning unit. I bet we're going to build another one. Just based off the rest of this build and how it's gone. And let me flip over to comments real quick, see if there are any. I like the Woman King. Okay. I haven't seen anything worth watching. It comes out this month. That was the last bag. No, one more after this. Snap, Crackle, Pop. Boy, he's going longer today. Just watched Jaws 2. I'll order that 1x1 piece I need tomorrow. They filled the order right away, but it takes 3 weeks and if to sign for it. Yeah, because did you say it's come from Poland or something? And John says, I'm very tired. I also gave up iced tea and had one of those cooler sized jugs. I'm finishing it off and the water is better than tap. Yeah, I'm tired as well, John. Definitely get that whole entire concept of being tired. Yeah, so after the roof here, all we have is a very elaborate sign that goes in the front. And then we're done. And I owe you guys a review video on the Sanctum Sanctorium. I'll owe you a review on this one as well. And since I'm going to be taking some time off from the live streams for a little bit, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go ahead and just do some reviews. And maybe some of these smaller builds over here. Because I've got plenty to build over here. That is not even an issue. The issue isn't what can I build, it's what to build and when. Okay, so we got these two air conditioning units, and oh, we got some signage. Okay, cool. Okay, I thought I did something wrong here, but I didn't. we get to throw some tile around here to finish the exterior. Alright. By the way, does anybody here know the language Python? And what exactly it does? Because I've been told by my job I need to learn it. And, well, I'll be honest, I don't know Python. Nor do I know the first thing about it. I guess there's YouTube videos out there, right? That's one thing about my job. It's constantly changing, and well, that's going to be changing about my job here in a minute, because and the only constant thing there is change, right? I love these little half tiles, little quarter tiles, whatever they're called. Some really interesting building techniques here. So let's put these on. Little boxes. Looks like it's got some bowling balls up here for some reason. Not really sure why. I never known a place to store the bowling balls on the roof, but who am I to judge? All right. Okay, so the roof is giving me a bit of a fit here. But you know what? I'm going to figure that out later. I say that and just now it pops into place. Okay, cool. Alright, so one last bag number 15. Let's dump this out. Looks like there's approximately 200 pieces here. And I know what it is already. It's the signage. If everything will stay together. Alright. Alright, so we need this. I was going through a little bit of the 130 pounds a day of Lego that I bought, used Lego. I didn't get to do too much of it because I had a lot to do today. But I was separating out modified plates. What else? Come on now. Oh, arches and printed. I didn't get through the whole pile, but I got as far as I could. And I think after I'm done with that, I'm going to go back through and do like tiles. Okay, wait. Okay. And I love these longer axles. They really do add stability to larger things like this. And I don't know, I guess somebody really wants to get a hold of me right now because my phone's going off, but they are just going to have to wait. Well, I think this is a record for me when it comes to a live stream. Some of my friends on YouTube like doing crazy things like 24 and 48 hour streams. I can't do it. I just don't have the time, number one, and number two, I don't even know what to talk about during that whole entire period. I mean, that'd be a lot of dead air, and not that I'm trying to be gross, but what do you do if you got to go to the bathroom? Which in a 24-hour period, you're going to have to go. So I'm not trying to be gross, but there's the logistics of things. Logistics, I'm sorry. If I can say it right. Yeah. Okay. I love this older style. Like, this is just like a sign you would see for an old drive-through or bowling alley. And I think it really kicks butt. Now it's getting a little interesting to me because I didn't get, this is about where I left off, so I don't, I mean, I kind of have an idea what the sign's going to look like, but how it goes together, I don't know. And you see, if I would have broken this up, it would have been another hour live stream, which is what I was trying to avoid because I need to get ready for the show. And by the way, I am going to do a video of the show, and this is supposed to be a Lego show, so I don't think there's going to be any model train builders there like some of the other shows that I've been to. I think this one's strictly Lego. And this one's put on by iLug, which is Idaho Lego User Group. Which, if you didn't know, because I don't know if I told you guys, I joined their ranks last month. And I plan on getting more involved with them because once I get some more of these builds done, then it won't be really any more stress. I could just take the same things that I have and just display them on more than one show and get more exposure. Oh boy, I messed that up. Let me fix that. Sign, I can already tell you right now, is really fragile. It wants to come apart in about 6 different places here. I like how they laid the groundwork for this sign with the tiling and stuff and the spacing. Don't make a mistake. Have you ever built a sign like that before? No, I have not. Believe it or not, I don't feel I'm that skilled to do something like this. I'm sure I could figure it out if I sat down and did it, but I never have. So I cannot say I do have the skill. The thing is, John, if I make a mistake, then I just pass it off like I didn't, and then I fix it when I'm off screen. That way you guys don't know I made a mistake. Kind of like the old saying, I thought I was wrong once, but I found out I was only mistaken. It'd be like that. Alright, we got to throw an L on there. So let's throw the L on there. What the L, man? What the L? Oh. Well, shoot. I almost skipped ahead and didn't do this part. Okay, now we've got you know what? I'm putting this on first, and then I'm going to put the, I don't want it crooked. Okay. And what's cool about this one is I don't have to be so careful about how I do these, because these ones adjust. Okay, so these ones do actually attach in a manner that I can't twist it like I could the other ones. So I'm going to put them on first and then put the stickers on again. I just don't want any problems. And this sticker here was already partially off the sheet. So I hope that doesn't mean that it'll fail prematurely. Like in a couple months, I'll go out and look at this, and it'll be on the floor. That's usually what happens to stickers when they come off the sheet before you can apply them. They don't like staying. And yes, I still hear the Eminem song. You've got one shot when you're doing stickers, because that's really about all you get. Okay. So the sign is done. And we'll put it on here. And with the sign being done, we are now done with the whole entire shebang here. And there you go. You can see the whole thing, hopefully. I don't know. Let's see. I like the animation when you do OL. Sounds like Cobb models. Okay. Pictures. Oh. What are the pictures on the stick? Oh, it's just the signs. Dave's Cafe. And, well, this is it, guys and gals. This is it. This is it. It is done. Ready for the show. And we'll have a review on this. So, be good to each other. Stay safe out there. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Have a good night.